guys? This is Mosen here with MTA 28 for the 2nd of November 2018. And the topics. Something hit related, excuse me. And it's a comment coming in from from Xbra, right? And that's basically the comment that we're gonna start out with. Gold tips. Okay, so axes or swords and hit rating. Again, is a question. Gold tips. Why vanilla? Right? Why the hell is it called vanilla? Or why do we call stuff vanilla? Right? And that's gonna be the topics for the day. Also, today, of course, another topic will be BlizzCon, because today's the 2nd of November, and it's finally the day, boys. It's finally the day. You know, we've been waiting long for this, and today's the day. BlizzCon is out. We're gonna have the demo here, and we're gonna see what's going on. It's very early in the morning, so I just woke up. Okay, bear with me here. All right, we can do this together. We got the coffee here, right? And right, let's jump right into the first topic. It comes in from Xbra, and he asks below the hit rating video that I made. So if you're not sure about how hit rating versus defense skill and all that, you know, glancing blows work, go check the channel and you can see it there. And he's asking in regards to PvP. That's a very good question, to be honest. And he's asking, does it matter in PvP with two-handed weapons? What if I get rank 14 title and I want to go with the two-handed axe for axe specialization as human? Is it worth it? I have a hard time deciding between sword and axe spec for warriors. On one hand, sword spec can keep proccing while you have recklessness on, but axe spec is better overall as crit damage is 2.2 and the sword spec is just flat times 2 due to impale. On top of that, when you crit mortal strike, it's like doing 2.2 mortal strike as opposed to the extra auto attack from sword. I'd like your input opinion on this topic too. Okay, so first, I looked this up, right? Okay, let's split this in two. You know, first in PvP, it's not all that important, right? Okay, let's do this. Actually I did stop it here somewhere. All right, here, look. So let's look at the mischances first, okay? So you were saying you are a human, okay? So a human has 305 sword skill. Let's say you'd be using swords. In general, in PvP, it doesn't really matter that much because your targets are not raid bosses. Except for melee hunters, right? Survival hunters. And warlocks, orc warlocks. Those are raid bosses, but okay. So here's the thing, there's two formulas, right? You get to use the better one on top or the worse one on the bottom. Now the point is how big the difference between your weapon skill and the enemy's defense rating is. So the defense rating of a PvP player is usually 300. If it's not a completely decked out prot warrior or something, you know, or prot paladin, you never know, okay? So 300 minus 305, that's your weapon skill, that leaves you with a -5, okay? So the difference is 5. That is less than 10, so you get to use the better formula on top. So your base mischance is 5%, and then plus -5 times 0.1, that is minus 0.1, so 5% minus 0.1 is 4.5% mischance against a target in PvP as human using a sword. As an axe wielding human, you basically have 300 versus 300 is 0, so 5% mischance. That's what you need in PvP. As a general rule of thumb, 5% mischance in PvP. And there doesn't really make much of a difference because you know, you have the, you know, your ratio doesn't make that much of a difference because you only get like half a hit, which doesn't really do anything. You need since you have that 1.5% mischance, you kind of need that extra hit anyway. So you need 5% nonetheless. So that's the first part of the question. Just so you understand if it matters if you wearing a sword or an axe in PvP. Not really that much, no. Not really that much. Unless you get like even more weapon skill, right? So you have like... But it's not really worth stacking all that weapon skill in PvP just to get a one hit, because the 5% hit is not really hard to get in PvP anyway. So that's the first question. So technically weapon skill wise, this doesn't make really much of a difference for PvP. So you could go axes if you like that more. Now what I don't get is that you're saying the crit damage for axes is 2.2. But for swords is only flat 2 due to impale. So like I looked this up, right, and I made this tree. Like this is what I remember when I was going MS. But keep in mind I was a main prot warrior, right? So I was never like a fan of MS, but this is what I know people spec into. It'll be like my sword spec, and I still have MS impale, which gives me the 20% extra crit damage. So I don't know what you mean with swords. You don't have that. Generally speaking, what I heard was that the sword specialization is better, right? Especially on top of that comes that you're human. For anything, in case you need to kill some NPCs, you get that bonus. But you know, from what I heard was this extra hits are always a little bit more worth, especially in combination with a Hand of Justice, than pure 5% crit. This might be a little bit different, but if you're rank 14 already, your gear is already pretty sick. So probably the sword thing would be a little bit better. You know, just because, you know, that goes well together with human, and the extra hits are always, it says whenever you're dealing damage with a sword, so this can proc on hamstring. And like an extra hit is always usually better than just 5% crit, because this extra hit can proc your Hand of Justice, and it can proc weapon enchants, and it can proc other stuff, right? So generally speaking, I would just go with the sword, but maybe we have some, you know, crazy Mortal Strike veterans in this video, and they can tell us a little bit more about it. If I was an orc, I'd probably just go X specialization. But that's just my 2 cents on this one. I hope this helps. Let me know what you think. Maybe I missed something. If I missed something, just let me know. I'll reply to the comment here in a second. And right, just let me know if I missed anything. And that's my input in that. So the weapon skill doesn't really matter. Just get 5% hit, you're fine. And if you're human, I would just stick with, you know, swords, generally speaking. And the extra hit, usually, like, as a rule of thumb, anything that procs stuff extra is usually a little bit better than playing crit. Unless, you know, special situations, or you have so much crit already, or you have, you know, such a good alternative that it's really important to you. But just generally speaking, you know, this extra proccing extra stuff is usually better, because it can. It's also PvP. It's burst damage, right? If this procs and it crits, you get 2 crits and an MS. I mean, that's pretty strong. But that came in from Axbra. I hope that one helped. All right, then let's jump into the next one. And we were wondering, you know, why is it even called vanilla? Why do you call stuff that's, you know, the base version? Why do you call it vanilla? And why was it called vanilla WoW? Somebody asked me this, and I couldn't really answer it. So, you know, probably a lot of people know this already. I didn't, so I looked it up. And it says, you know, vanilla software, right? Computer software, and sometimes also other computing related systems like computer hardware and algorithms are called vanilla when not customized from the original form, meaning that they are used without any customizations or updates applied to them. Vanilla software has become a widespread de facto industry standard, widely used by businesses and individuals. The term comes from the traditional standard flavor of ice cream, vanilla. According to Eric S. Raymond's The New Hacker's Dictionary, vanilla means more default than ordinary, right? So that we got that out of the way. It actually comes from ice cream. So you heard it, right? And you know, probably a lot of people knew this already. I didn't, and maybe someone else didn't know either. We discussed it on stream yesterday, and so there you go. You know, it's because that's kind of like a computer term for anything that's not modified from its original form. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, then let's jump right into the next topic, the gold tips. Today we got some, I actually got some tips for you that are more like when you are walking past some vendors, you can pick up some recipes, right? And this is stuff that you can sell on the auction house pretty well, or you camp it, right? Go ahead if you like, and just go ahead and camp the vendors to get the recipes. But I wanted to show you a couple of things where you can make a lot of money, and just don't go and you know, buy 1,000 of them. See what sells on your server, and see you know, how the prices are and stuff, and then you can decide for yourself if there's you know, if this is something that you want to go for. There's a couple of things or vendors, you probably have seen this, that have limited stock. So that means they have like a you know, a recipe like this one, delicate arcanite converter, and they usually have 1 or 2 in stock, and then it takes a long time for them to respawn. And there's a couple of recipes that a lot of people need, and everybody needs basically that has this profession. So for example, this one, the delicate arcanite converter, is something that every engineer needs. Technically you could have somebody else make them for you, but still everyone kind of needs them, and everyone wants to have the recipe in general. This one is like a good starter to try it out. You can get it for 2 gold, and it's from the Scissor Fizzlebolt from Winterspring, and I probably you know, I for example sold this for 15 gold, and I bought it for 2. So that's a really good flip right there, Monk Life, you know. And you can have the Ruined Arcanite Rod. That's a harder one to get, but it's from Moonglade. And this one's actually camped pretty hard. On the server, the last server I was on, this one got camped by 7 people. Like literally 7 people around the clock, and you couldn't get it. And this is, for example, something that every enchanter needs that wants to do high level enchants. And you know, you kind of have to get it. So if it's camped enough, they buy it for 2 gold 20, and they flip it on the auction house for 50 gold, because they have the spawn timer, or you just can't get it. And sometimes people just don't even bother going there and checking it all the time, you know. And some people don't know, even in the age of databases, there's a lot of people just don't know where the recipe comes from, and they think it drops or something. So it's a good way to make money, right? And the thing is that even if they know where it comes from, some people just want to have it quick, right? And they don't care, really. Or the guild chips in. Or a lot of reasons. So you can try this out. Again, like, don't waste your money, don't burn it. If you have like something you see, you know, but with 2 gold 20 you can't really go wrong. Those are 2 solid ones. If you can get your hands on them, try to sell them, unless you need them for yourself, but you can try and flip them. Then we got the, for example, like dresses, you know, RP dresses. This is RP mode again. Those, by the way, this Ruined Arcanite Rod is not sold in Winterspring. It's from Lorelei Wintersong, but she's a Moonglade. Check this, alright? So she's a vendor in the center house. And this one is probably one of the best. I've seen this go for 50 gold, and they buy it for 220. But the respawn is very long. But these recipes are a good way to flip and to make money. Now then there's like a formal Dangui and a royal Dangui, and these are dresses you can buy also in Moonglade from Special Dress Maker. Also in Stormwood City, Undercity, so these aren't really that rare, but some people seem to be buying them. And I was talking about this one, Formal Dangui. That's the one from Moonglade. Genia Sunshadow is the one that sells it, and you can only get it in Moonglade, okay? So this is a bit more rare than the other one from Stormwind. And you can really sell this for quite a bit. But be careful, you know, you can try it out. It doesn't, it's not as expensive in Classic anymore. Let's check the actual database here, Dangui real quick. the formal one. Okay, you can only buy, it says Winter Spring again, but what they mean is Moonglade. So it costs 50 gold, okay, so be careful with this. But I've seen this sell for quite a bit. And even better, I think, is the Easter dress. If you can get your hands on these, right? I don't know when they're yeah, I think it's from some sort of Easter event where you get those. Easter dress. If you know anybody that knows how to get them, this is like the real shit, okay? It says the mongrels drop them, but I don't think it's true. But you can get the Easter dress, and it's a pink dress, okay? A formal dangle you can flip, or Easter dress. Let's see, Easter dress, view in 3D, female human, and there you go. There, and that's what, you know, people buy that. This is sold regularly. This is a good flip. So there you go. There's a couple more tips how you can make money. If this floats your boat, if you like auction house trading, if that's your kind of deal, right? This is like a good starter. There's enchanting recipes. Just go through the recipe list a little bit. There's another one in Winter Spring. Health to chest, for example. A couple of tailoring recipes, like all these little things, and you can sell them on the auction house pretty well. Now this is my gold tip for you, and then we're gonna jump into the game real quick, and we're gonna talk about an extra today, because today's BlizzCon day. Yeah, today's BlizzCon day, and we're gonna talk about the hunter a little bit. Like I'm gonna make a big like racial class combination video too. This should be up at some point, but. And the MTAs, we can pick apart classes really quickly for the people watching this anyway, right? And you know, if you happen to be interested in playing Hunter, okay, this is what we're doing. So you can see we're logged in here with the melee dream, because what else would you play, right? But let's not drag it on too long. But we want to compare racials from trolls to orcs. So what's better, orc or troll hunter? That's the thing that we were talking about yesterday. And now I logged in already to see how the ratios are, because a lot of people say you know, orc hunter is like the way to go, and of course it's a really strong one. And we came to the conclusion that these ratios sound good, but technically it's only the way to go if you really want to PvP it up, right? Or if you just like orcs, okay? But everybody's orc, and we came to the conclusion that trolls really underrated. Here's why. So the ratios, okay? We got the X specialization. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything for you as a melee hunter. You get a little bit of hit for the melee combat, but then we got the Blood Fury, increases base melee attack power by 25%, and that's the thing. If it was base attack power, that would be good. We'll see how it turns out in Classic, but usually this is not the case. This is not useful for any hunter, and that's very sad, right? If this was base attack power, just flat, it would be really good. Then we got command though. Command is like the one thing for a hunter PvE wise, right? Your pet will deal 5% more damage. Really good for warlock, yeah. Since you're clothy as a warlock, it's more important to have the stun resist. But as a hunter, it sounds good at first, but if we compare it to troll, you're gonna see it's meh. But you know, 5% if you're Beastmaster hunter, that's how you level as an orc. That's fine, but in general you don't stay Beastmaster at level 60. You're going to be Marksman or something else, usually, unless you have like a complete grind character. Even then, you'll see. We got Hardiness. Now this is like the biggest advantage that an orc has. Additional 25% stun resist, and this is madness. This is just the ultimate. Okay, so for PvP, if you only pull on PvP and only PvP, probably go orc, because this talent, together with the pet damage that will bug everyone out, you know, it will just deal a lot of damage, and you'll have the 25% stun resist. If you only want a PvP, I'd say orc hunter is the way to go. We don't need to talk about the Tauren hunter really, because the Tauren hunter, well, we log over to the troll, they don't really get anything besides 5% stamina, and you know, if you like playing survival, and if you like Tauren, play Tauren, of course. I'm just saying, from a min-maxing point of view, it's probably not very smart to play a foreign hunter. So we're gonna log into the Ayazalat, the troll hunter, right? And you'll see that one person from my stream, I think it was, oh Jesus, I don't even remember who it was. So I think, was it Desna? Maybe it was Desna. Maybe it was EU pleb. I don't know. Maybe you know, you'll see that the troll hunter or troll racials are actually very underrated. And it starts out with this one, beast slaying, and this is cool for leveling, right? 5% more damage versus beasts, and as you know, you're gonna kill 1,000 bazillion beasts on your way, and when leveling, also when you're grinding something, this might be very interesting. Also for raiding, there's still beasts. Then we'll get into the berserking later. Then you got the bow specialization. So 5 skill on top is always good, as you know, right? It's hit rating, basically. It doesn't reduce the glancing blow penalty for ranged physical attacks. That's just not, it doesn't work for ranged physical. At least that's how it should be. But you gain the hit, okay? So you gain the additional hit from the weapon skill rating, which is awesome. So bows, you know, the epic bow, think of it. There's a lot of crazy cool bows in the game. So this is a really good talent, or racial. Then you got the regeneration, and health regeneration rate is increased by 10% flat, so you regenerate more, so you have less downtime during non-combat times. And in addition, 10% of total health regeneration may continue during combat. So for a hunter, you know, for leveling, that's also very good. Even for raiding, that's good. You have, you know, you die less eventually. Maybe you have, it's good for grinding, it's good for leveling, good for PvP even, right? And also the bow specialization doesn't hurt in PvP, right? Beast slaying doesn't give you very much in PvP, but berserking, now this is the big one, you know, increases your casting and attack speed by 10 to 30%, and at full health you get less. If you're badly hurt, you get more. And this is how I think it works, because Desna tried this out. You basically divide your health bar into 3 parts, and you know, every 33% you gain like an extra 10% attack speed. So if you're like below 33%, you get the 30% casting and attack speed. And this is like a really broken talent, to be honest. Attack speed, like haste, is very rare in vanilla, and it's really good, especially also for hunter, because you know a lot of damage comes from your autos, and your aim shot will be quicker, and all this kind of stuff. You know, it's very good talent. That's why it's underrated. So I mean, let me know what you think. If you know more than we do, by all means, let us know. You know, always interested in you know, getting to know more, and you know, oh, throwing specialization, of course. You know, maybe if you're a rogue, I don't know. So yeah, I'll be doing more of the race combinations, but throwing specialization, of course, if you want to play a throwing hunter, you know, joking. Okay, but if you're a melee hunter, if you really want to live the dream, yeah, then of course go orc because of the X specialization. Other than that, I think troll is just a little bit stronger, like a more all-round class for PvE and PvP, because the ratios just give you more. If you only want a PvP, you should probably go orc. And yeah, I hope this helped you a little bit if you were planning to play hunter. If you didn't, if you don't care about hunters, now you know, okay? So if you liked the video, please leave a like by all means. If you dislike it, dislike it. And consider subscribing, and I hope to see you on my Twitch channel, because today is the day. Alright, it's BlizzCon day, classic demo will be out, and we're streaming quite a bit on Twitch, so would love to see you there for more theory crafting. And hope this helped you, enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. MTA 29 is the next. Take care and have a good day, bye bye.